What is up, everyone? Welcome to Ready Bet Action. I'm your host today, Mike Smith, coming to you with our foreigner friend here, Stefan Leco. Steph,
Yeah,
Monday night, man. How you feeling?
good man. Off to another great week here. We had a decent week with soccer, not awesome, but good enough. I'm excited because we have some great midweek plays today. You've got some golf we're going to get to. We've got soccer. We've got just a little poopery. Poopery? What?
Poopery.
I don't
We're
know.
pooping now. Man, yeah, I'm excited for this little pop-up show, I guess is what we're calling it now. Just
I like it.
a random little smorgasbord of picks we're coming to you with once a week now. And yeah, let's make this a quick one because it's Monday night. We have things to do. So let's dive right in.
Speak for yourself.
Why don't you kick us off?
Okay, so my first play, I'm going to take us to some Tuesday action in the Premier League, and we see the first game I want to talk about is Chelsea. So I'm pulling up my notes here. Sorry, Mike. Super professional. I've got all these pop-ups coming up. So Tuesday, we have Chelsea hosting Southampton. We've been picking on Southampton. Southampton is one of the worst teams. I think actually, no, wait. Yep, they are the worst team. They pretty much have no hope of staying up in the Premier League. Chelsea struggles when they play decent sides at times. Sometimes they even play down to competition, but they're not going to play down to Southampton. So we're going to take them on the money line and parlay that with Aston Villa double chance. So Crystal Palace has been playing really, really well as of late. They're hosting Aston Villa. Both these teams do play in London, so it's not like it's that far of a journey for Villa. Villa's very good. They've added Marcus Rashford to the team. They've got Daniel Malen coming in off the bench. They've got Rodgers. Everyone knows Ollie Watkins, of course. Aston Villa's a really strong team. I think they've been underperforming a little as of late. But to me, getting them to win or draw plus this Chelsea just feels like a slam dunk at minus 130. So that's my first soccer play for the day. I'm going to go ahead and give you my other play that's also taking place on Tuesday, Mike, and then I'll bounce it back over to you.
Yes,
so Brighton hosts Bournemouth. These are both really solid clubs. Right now in the table, you've got Bournemouth at number 6, and you've got Brighton Hove Albion at number 9. Both have won 3 of their last 5 games. But when you look at this number, Bournemouth on the money line is plus 240, and you can get Bournemouth on the double chance. Again, Bournemouth just not to lose at minus 130. So I really like Bournemouth. Justin Kluivert has been a revelation for them. They've been playing really, really well against tough competition. Brighton has been too. Like, to me, I could see this ending in a draw, which is why the Bournemouth plus 240 is just a side piece half unit bet. But like, the odds just seem wrong to me on this one. To me, it should really be like a win, draw, loss should all be charged about the same amount. So just the fact that we can get 2 of the 3 results in Bournemouth or draw at minus 130, we're going to play that as our main show bet. But then I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit on Bournemouth on the money line.
I like it. Brighton just had a pretty exhausting game last weekend too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Brighton coming out some tired legs a little bit.
I mean, they did beat Chelsea not long ago, but I mean, they started off the month with a 7-0 loss to Nottingham Forest. I think that's probably the one you were thinking about.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I was thinking about.
And yeah, they took care of business against Chelsea, which was impressive. But if I recall correctly, I think actually no, I thought Chelsea might have had they had some injuries in that game. But yeah, they just came off a game against Southampton, which we just talked about not being good. Yep. So I like this one an awful lot.
I love it. I'm going to move us over to the NHL a little bit. Games happening tomorrow night. Going to start us off with a little parlay. I'm going to go with the Utah Hockey Club 60-minute money line, pairing it with the Toronto Maple Leafs over 1.5 goals. You can get it at minus 112. Utah, man, they've been in the middle of the road lately. It's more defensive than anything that's really been struggling. They've been scoring goals, but they've been giving up a lot at the same time. But lucky for them, now they get to play the Blackhawks. And the Blackhawks, let's just face it, kind of suck right now. They're 3-13 over their last 16, and they've only won 6 games on the road this season. Meanwhile, Utah HC is at home. The barn's been rowdy all year, selling out every game.
I love that.
And they know, I mean, there's kind of a path ahead of them of what it's going to take to make the playoffs in their inaugural season. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I live in Utah and maybe it feels a little too good to be true, but I'm liking where that team's heading right now. So give me them on the 60-minute line, especially against the Blackhawks. And then the Leafs, man, one of the two.
Just need 2 goals. Yeah.
Yeah. You just need 2 goals. And you're playing against the Bruins, who have given up 2 or more goals in 6 of their last 7 and have a minus 27 goal differential on the season, which means they don't score a lot of points sometimes. Mm-hmm. So the Maple Leafs are coming in. They've scored. It was crazy. I think it's 11 goals in their last 2 games since coming off of the All-Star break. So they're coming in hot against a not amazing Boston team right now. So all you got to do is score over 1.5 goals when you've scored 5 and 6 in your last 2. That part of this feels way too easy to me. You could ladder this up to over 2.5 goals, and this would jump all the way up to plus 145. But we're kind of easing our way into some hockey this year. So I'm going to leave it at minus 112 for the show there. I might ladder it up myself, but Utah Hockey Club 60-minute money line with the Maple Leafs over 1.5 goals.
I like it.
And then my next hockey play is going to be the Washington Caps 60-minute money line. Get it at minus 135. They're playing the Calgary Flames. If there's a team hotter than the Maple Leafs right now, it's the Caps, man. They're insane. They have scored 15 goals in their last 2 games. And prior to the break, they were averaging, I think it was 4 goals a game over their last 9 or something like that. Like they're putting the puck in the net consistently. The Flames have been an okay team all year long, kind of, dropping as many as they're winning. But as hot as the Caps are right now, they're scoring more goals than anybody else in the league, and they're giving up the fewest as well. That's just a nice combination for no matter who you're playing. So I like this one a lot, minus 135.
I will be trailing both of those. That is good stuff right there. Those are destined winners.
I love it. You got one more for us, yeah?
I have 2 more for you.
Your office okay over there?
Oh shit, we got lights falling out. That's way real, dude. That light's been up there for like 2 years, and it chose right now to fall. That's awesome.
We need some in-show entertainment, I guess.
Hey, that's why you gotta watch on YouTube. Now it just looks like there's a halo over my head. So
I'm here for
we're gonna take on Wednesday. Nottingham Forest host Arsenal. Arsenal coming off a really disappointing game to West Ham, where
that was wild.
That red card. I mean, Skelly's gonna be great, but I've watched 2 games where he started and he's got a red card in both of them. So pretty frustrating, but that kind of messed Arsenal up. And they weren't playing all that well beforehand. I think having no striker is going to hurt them, but against Forest, who has been very good. They are one of the surprise stories of the season, way up there in 3rd, 4th place. I think the dream is coming to an end pretty soon for them. I think, they're still going to finish, hopefully with European football for next year, but I don't think they're a top 4 club this year. So Arsenal, I think, gets it done. I think, I also like the under on this, but it's kind of juiced that way. So there's not a whole lot of value on it, but Arsenal in the money line at minus 105 just seems like a no-brainer to me. Got one more soccer play, and that is Tottenham host Man City. Man City was slumping for a while, and then they started winning a bunch of games again, and then now they've been slumping again. But then if you look at why they've been slumping, they just lost to Liverpool, they lost to Real Madrid twice, they lost to Arsenal. We're talking about the top 2 teams in England, and then Real Madrid, one of the best clubs in the world. Most teams are going to lose to them. Meanwhile, Tottenham's been winning game after game after game, but they've either gotten fortunate with some red card luck, or they've just had some, let's be honest, not impressive competition. They've had a lighter schedule. Tottenham fans will tell you themselves that this is not a great season. So getting Man City at plus 100 just feels like great value. Again, is there a world where Man City continues to struggle? Absolutely. That's why this number is where it is. Man City of old would be like minus 220 in a situation like this. But Obviously, there's a reason why they're not, but I like this at a plus 100. And Man City is like very much as poor as they played at times this year. They're very much in the hunt for Champions League soccer for next year, so they have everything to play for.
Yeah, I like both of these. And I mean, at plus 100, this Man City team, it kind of feels like a wild opportunity to not take it at plus money, plus / even money. So I'll be telling you on both of those as well. I'm going to wrap us up. We're going to jump over to the PGA, get some golf action in. We're at the time of the season where the big tournaments are slowly starting to pick back up as the weather is getting nicer, officially down into the Florida swing of things. And we have the Cognizant Classic at the PGA National this week. I'm going to take two different picks for some top 30 finishes. The first one being Minwoo Lee. This dude's just coming in really good form, man. He's only played in 3 events so far this season, which is not abnormal. He's made the cut all 3 times, and he's finished inside the top 20 in his last 2 after he got his warm-up tournament in. With PGA National, strokes gained approach, strokes gained around the green, and strokes gained total are often the 3 key stats that you have to do well to finish up near the top of the leaderboard of this course. He hasn't been great on the approach side. However, he is top 10 around the green and 34th off the tee. If you're hitting the fairways, and then when you miss the fairways, you're getting up and down for par, you're generally going to be in a really good spot to finish in the top 30 there. This isn't a course that you've got to come out and shoot 20 under over 4 days. Last year, I think 14 won it, and even would have put you in 4th place for the tournament. So he's just got to come in, get off the tee, keep the ball in the fairway, get up and down when he misses, and he does that very, very well. So give me Minwoo Lee top 30 at plus 100. And then we're going to wrap it up with Sepp Straka to finish in the top 30 at minus 125. We talked about the key metrics a minute ago, and Sepp is ranked 13th in approach the green, and I think it was 14th in strokes gained overall. So he's in a really, really good spot here. He's played in 6 events this year. He's already won 1, and he's finished in the top 30 in 5 of those 6. And 2 of those, 2 of them, he's finished in the top 10. So he's playing some really freaking good golf right now. And I just like that to continue. Top 30 feels really good. If you want to take it down to top 20 or top 10, the juice obviously just gets even better and better. But golf is one of those sports, man, where all it takes is you only got to have one bad day. So right. I'm going for the biggest number as possible as I can here. So give me Sepp at top 30 at minus 125.
So, Mike, real quick before we jump to the recap, when do people need to get these bets in for? Because these are like not for round 1 bets; These are for the whole tournament, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. So tee off on Thursday. So you have until Thursday morning at the first tee time to get these in. Okay. And if you watch it throughout the day, generally top 20 and top 30 will fluctuate throughout the entirety of round 1. So you've got time even after they tee off. So just keep an eye on it. And then NHL games are tomorrow night. I don't know if I specified that at all either. So,
all right. Cool.
Yep. Love it, man. Well, this is the part of the show where we wrap things up. And before we do that, make sure you give us a follow and a subscribe and all of the good positive things anywhere you can find us on YouTube or anything in the podcast world. Steph, why don't you run us down all your picks for the week?
All right. We're going to do a parlay of Aston Villa on the double chance with Chelsea on the money line at minus 130. We're going to take Arsenal money line at minus 105, traveling to Nottingham Forest. And then we're going to take Bournemouth on the double chance versus Brighton. We also have like a half unit side piece bet on Bournemouth to straight out win that game at plus 240. And then our final soccer play for this midweek here is Man City to win versus Tottenham at plus 100.
And I'm going to start in the NHL with a little parlay of the Utah Hockey Club 60-minute line with the Toronto Maple Leafs team total over 1.5 goals. Give me the Washington Capitals 60-minute line at home against the Calgary Flames. And then moving over to the PGA, give me Minwoo Lee to finish in the top 30 at plus 100. And give me Sepp Straka to finish in the top 30 at minus 125. And there you have it, folks. That's how we're going to make some money this week. Yes, sir.
Before you take off, I just want to know, I just did like a little screenshot of that page so that I won't forget any of your plays because for some reason I couldn't get into the doc today. So now I have just screenshotted so that I can play all these winners. We take it. Like, we don't just put out bets that we just for the hell of it. Like, we actually bet this stuff ourselves. Thank you, Mike, for sharing those wonderful plays. I'm very excited.
Don't call them wonderful until they hit, baby.
That's true.
All right, guys, you'll have a good week, and we will see you later on this week with some more soccer plays over the weekend.
See you Thursday.